Hello everyone, today I am going to draw brachial plexus step by step. We all know that brachial plexus arises from the ventral primary rami of the cervical 5, cervical 6, cervical 7, cervical 8 and thoracic 1 nerves. So these are the roots of the brachial plexus. Now the upper two roots, that are the cervical 5 and cervical 6, are unite together. And the lower two roots are cervical 8 and thoracic 1, they are also unite together. Upper two roots unite together and form the upper trunk. And lower two roots unite together and form the lower trunk. The cervical 7 roots remain same and it changes its name to the middle trunk. So now we have our trunks of the brachial plexus. Here the upper trunk again divides into anterior division and posterior division. Here I am making it black for the posterior division, and middle trunk again divides into anterior division and posterior division. Also lower trunk doing the same, the anterior division and posterior division. So we can see that each trunk is divided into 2 divisions. So there are total 6 divisions. Among them, all of the posterior division again unite together and form the posterior cord. And the anterior division of the upper trunk and the middle trunk, they unite together and form the lateral cord. And the anterior division of the lower trunk remains same and just it changes name to the medial cord. And these cords are named according to their position around the axillary artery. So here we have our divisions, which are 6 in number, division. And here we have our cords, these are 3 in number. So now these cords are again divided, and here from the lateral cord it gives off musculocutaneous nerve and lateral root of the median nerve. Lateral root. And from the medial cord it gives off the ulnar nerve and medial root of the median nerve. And these two roots, medial root and lateral root, again unite together and form the median nerve. On the other hand, the posterior cords again divides into 2 nerves. One is axillary and another is radial nerve. So these 5 are the terminal branches of the brachial plexus. Terminal branch of the brachial plexus, and you can remember these nerves by the mnemonic: my aunt raises my umbrella. So my for musculocutaneous, aunt for axillary, raises for radial, my for median and umbrella for ulnar nerve. Now the roots, trunk, division, cord, branch, these are the 5 main parts of the brachial plexus, and you can remember this by the mnemonic Robert Turner drink cold beer. Here Robert for roots, Turner for trunk, drink for division, cold for cord, and branches for beer for branches. And if you see, you can see there are 5 roots, 3 trunks, 6 division, 3 cord and 5 terminal branches. This is very interesting. If you read these numbers from to neck to hand, these are the 5, 3, 6, 3, 5. Again, if you read from hand to neck, that is the numbers are the 5, 3, 6, 3, 5. That is same, and it is a mirror number or palindromic number. So you can remember with this rhyme 5, 3, 6, 3, 5. The plexus keeps your arm alive. Now we know the brachial plexus have 5 terminal branches, but it has some other branches too. From the roots, it gives off 2 branches. One is dorsal scapular nerve and another is long thoracic nerve. Long thoracic nerve. And long thoracic nerve arises from the root cervical 5, cervical 6 and cervical 7. And you can remember these nerves from the root, arising from the root by the mnemonic dorsal long root. That is dorsal scapular nerve and long thoracic nerve, they are arises from the roots. Now come to the trunk. Here the branches arises only from the upper trunk. So the branches arises from the upper trunk are suprascapular nerve, and the nerve to the subclavius, and you can remember this by the mnemonic uncle, cell, super, sub. So sub is a one kind of sandwich, and here uncle is upper trunk, cell there is nothing for cell, super for suprascapular, and sub is nerve to subclavius. And there is nothing here in the division, there are no additional branches. So now come to the cord, and we already know the lateral cord gives musculocutaneous nerve and lateral root of the median nerve, and it also gives of another nerve, that is the lateral pectoral nerve. And you can remember the nerves of the lateral cord by the mnemonic Lucy loves me. So Lucy is lateral pectoral nerve, loves is for the lateral root of the median nerve, and me for the musculocutaneous nerve. On the other hand, the medial cord, we already know that medial cord gives of ulnar nerve and medial root of the median nerve, and it also gives of three other branches, nerves, that are the medial pectoral nerve, medial cutaneous nerve of the arm, and medial cutaneous nerve of the forearm. So there are total 5 branches arising from the medial cord, and you can remember these nerves by the mnemonic Miss Mary made us mad. So Miss for medial pectoral nerve, Mary for medial cutaneous nerve of the arm, made for medial cutaneous nerve of the forearm, us for ulnar, and mad for medial root of the median nerve. Now come to the posterior cord. We already know the posterior cord gives of axillary and radial nerve, and there are 3 other branches, and these are the upper subscapular nerve, lower subscapular nerve, and in between 2 there is another nerve, that is thoracodorsal nerve. And you can remember the nerves arising from the posterior cord by the word ultra. Here ultra is U for upper subscapular nerve, L for lower subscapular nerve, T for thoracodorsal nerve, R for radial nerve, and A for axillary nerve. So this is all about the brachial plexus. Hope you like it. If you like the video, then like, share and subscribe my channel. Thank you all.